Carnalgas. Alright, Holmes, today's the first day video. Number 1 on the 1936 Ford Convertible. Club Coupe, has a back seat in it. As y'all know, I finally scored this car. It is one of my dream cars. I love the 36 Ford, especially convertible or 3 windows, but I'd rather have a convertible. The only other car that I would like to have other than this one, convertible, of course would be an Impala, but not only that, I'm a pre-war guy and I would love to have a Packard. A convertible Packard. That's the only thing that I would really spend my money on other than something like this. If I was gonna go ahead and, you know, go all out, it'd be a convertible Packard. But they're impossible to find. They're out there, but just like this one, you know, I love pre-war stuff, you know. I've come across a bunch of different convertibles in my time that are for sale, that are, you know, 48s, 47s, you know, 40s, but I'm like, I'm kind of in the mid 30s, kind of early 30s kind of guy, you know. Like 40 is pretty much my limit. I don't really care for 41s and higher. I mean, I do, they're badass, and of course I would own one, but I like the pre-war stuff. Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Packards, Oldsmobiles, you name it. I like them all, but what I like about the 36 Ford is the fact it don't have vent windows on the side, for one, and two, I like that grille. I like the headlights, I like the grille, I like the peak fenders. They're like a Packard. This whole thing going on is aftermarket. The bumper guards are true original to the bumper, but that whole thing, the whole cow killer, that thing's all aftermarket. Never seen one on anything. It's taken a good long while to find something similar, and I actually found one just like it. A friend sent me a picture of a 40 Suburban that had it on there, and it looks cool. But the crazy thing is that it's just got to be something from the early 30s, you know, bumper guard aftermarket accessory that fit all those bumpers from those days. So I think it's really cool. I'm gonna chrome it, and if I don't run it, I don't run it. If I keep it on there, cool. If I don't, I don't. Whatever. But today is the day. Video number 1. I'm gonna try to make an attempt to take this front clip off. I like to take this front clip off. That way I can, you know, try to roll this body out. I don't know how far I'm gonna get, honestly. All these bolts under there are pretty rusted, so I may be under there heating them with the torch. I've already soaked them in freaking WD-40, but let's see what I get off and what I can't. The goal today is at least to try to get this front clip off, and if I get this front clip off, then maybe sometime this week, I don't know, I don't have a lot of time this week, and plus it's kind of, look at the weather, dudes. It's like starting to get the snowy shit going on over here. Yes, we do get snow in New Mexico, in Albuquerque. Every once in a while we get a good snow. It's been a while, but every year we get a little bit of snow, even if it's just one day. But it does get cold, 20s, high 20s, low 30s. I mean, I know some of you guys out there laugh that that ain't cold, but it is to us. We live in a desert, dude. But I mean, look at that. The mountains are right there. I can go up to those mountains and there's snow up there right now, guaranteed. But does snow a little bit north from us, you know, like 3 hours north from us is the border of Colorado, Chama, where I have my cabin, and it snows heavy there, really heavy. But we'll see. It's not even Thanksgiving yet, so we may just get some snow before. It started to snow yesterday a little bit, but mostly rained all night. So we'll see. But on the other hand, guys, this is kind of the stupidest time to take this car apart, but I have to. And this is the only place I can put it right now. So that's what's gonna happen. We're just gonna have to cover it. It's not gonna hurt. It ain't like it's hasn't been sitting for all these years. But anyways, yeah, she's a little crusty. I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, it looks bad, but it's really not that bad. I mean, sandblast all this crap, and all this roña will come off of it. There's a broken one there. Yeah, all these wires are no good. Like, I don't even want to mess with this thing. I really don't. It's really cool, and I would love to just try to start it, but I really just don't want to mess with it. Why waste my time? Make it a nice table or something. I don't know. But anyway, guys, I started messing with all this crap in here, and I'm going to try to get this thing on the road. We got to take this chassis out. Finally got enough chips in my pocket to get this thing over to Jason to order the parts for him to do my chassis work. We're still on the Monte Carlo. Still got a long way to go, but I'm almost done body working that whole quarter. That was a total disaster. And I'm also done with Buggy's Cross. So I only had about an hour and a half today to come out here, and I walked out to go work on the Monte Carlo and decided let's try to mess with this. So let's just see where we get. Well, guys, so first things first is I was able to get the hood off, which was a little bit of a chore because of the rusted bolts. So I got them off there. I had to soak them a little better, and I also had to heat them and beat them, but I got them. So they're off, and hood's over there in a couple pieces. It seems to be in really good condition. Even that chrome molding on the top, straight, cherry, it's not bent. So that's going to be nice to be nice and chrome when I take it here soon. Other than that, fellas, we're on it. I'm going to get under here and try to take these bolts off this crusty ass frame. Put you back on another lap. Well, fellas, I didn't get very far. I got the hood off, and I got all the bolts on the passenger side underneath the fender off, but I still need to take off the front bumper and one of the bolts for the front fender mount on the passenger side. And the passenger side should be completely loose. And then I got to go back and do all the same stuff on the driver's side. The only problem I'm having is everything is really rusted, so I'm having to cut off a lot of the bolts, because a lot of them are carriage bolts with the square on them, and as soon as I go to they start spinning right in the frame. So I've been having to just get in there and cut them off, and then get the air chisel and just air hammer them right out of there. My air hammer's not strong enough to just break the bolts, but they're coming out slowly, so maybe I'll give this another go to maybe tomorrow or so, and I'll see if I can get the other half of it done, and then from this point on, if I get the other half done, that front clip should come right off. though. Both hood sides are in very good condition inside and out. Look at that, dude. I'm not even gonna sandblast this stuff. I'm just gonna wire wheel it real clean because I don't want to warp it. But all the springs on these things are really good shape for the hoods. I am missing one hood spear. So if anyone has just one, I'll buy it from you. Or maybe 3, I'll buy them from you because I don't need the entire set. These are in really good condition. But I am missing one. And I believe they're all the same. Yeah, but look at this thing. This is not bad at all. Just degrease it and then hit it with some stuff. Clean it up. Damn, that water's cold. Yeah, look at this piece though. This thing is solid. And not a ding in it. Really good shape. So, let me put this stuff away for now. Probably slap it in the shed, out of the elements. Organize things, put things where I need them. And we're going to go from there, guys. So, video number 1 on the 36. Stretched out video. It's been a good, probably solid good month since I touched the car. But here we are, guys. It has been a chore to take these parts off this car. I'm going to tell you right now, there is 41 or 2, probably maybe even 45 bolts to hold these, just the fenders on. That's it, just the fenders, guys. All those, it was ridiculous. I think it was between 40 and 45. I know that. We lost count, but there was over 40. Bumper was the easiest thing that came off. The 4 bolts were rusted, but I heated them, juiced them up with some WD-40, and they came right off. The grill was not that hard, but it gave me a little bit of an issue. And then there's these 2 pieces that come in here that hold the horns. So yeah, I mean, everything seems to be in good shape. I'm actually going to take everything apart, start sticking it in my little blaster, and just cleaning everything. I'm going to test those horns and see if they even work. If not, I'll put something cool in there. No, I'm not putting one of those stupid sirens that everybody has. Everybody here has one of those dumbass freaking bomb sirens, and that just ain't me. I'd rather put a goddamn train horn. Fenders are actually in really good shape. Let's see, bumper's in good shape. It just really needs to be chromed. I'm gonna go ahead and dismantle it and start taking pictures of all the individual pieces so I get a price from electroplate. Maybe I'll just ship it over there and just get it done right away. You know, and then when that one comes back, I'll probably send the front and the back at the same time. So at least my bumpers are done right off the bat. You know, it just makes you feel good that the bumpers, oh man, they're done. The bumper guards, everything's been dipped, all the brackets, brand new bolts. Yep, that'll be nice. There's really not much chrome on this car, so I'll probably send the handles too, and pretty much everything else, like the grill. The grill's gonna cost me a huevo, I'm sure. But anyways, guys, we are here. I don't have much more time, but for right now, I need to take these hoses off, and those last 2 bolts, take this radiator off. Radiator doesn't even look that bad. I mean, I don't know. I sure don't think I'd run it, but either way, I'm not gonna run it anyways because I'm running a different engine. But you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. But anyways, guys, well, we got that bumper off of there, we got the radiator out of there, and vacuumed all that stuff out. It looks good. So I don't know when I'm going to be able to work on this again. I'll probably try to put another couple hours in it, maybe tomorrow if the weather's still decent out here. I'm going to work on probably the running boards and the seats, and we're almost at the home stretch. So once this body comes off this car, we'll bring it up front. We'll use the hoist to pull that engine out. Probably put that little engine on that little trailer out there in the front, cover it, and that frames off to the sandblaster. So, alright, I'll get back with you guys when I start making some more content on this video of the 36. Alright guys, so here we are with 36. I got both running boards off. I got the seats out. I started cutting out some of the stuff under the dashboard. These parts over here, let me show you. Alright, so I got the old speaker out and the old heater core. So now that that's out, alright, I've been trying to get used to this little handle. So anyways, we cut a bunch of stuff out of this thing. Bunch of wiring. A bunch of hoses. All kinds of stuff. I still need to cut the drive shaft or the steering shaft. Floors are crusty, guys. We're going to need full floor pans in this. Car came from Jersey. I already knew it was going to be a little crusty, rusty. So when I do decide to get to this car, I may knock out all the bodywork and stuff first, because that's not going to cost me much, and you know, I can fix a bunch of the rust. But when it comes to floor pans, these are about $1,000, $1,200 for the rocker seal plates, because there's two. So there's a seal here, and I think there's one right here in the back. And I think they join underneath that body mount. So there is some rust in there. I don't know if you can see it right in there. Both sides. Simple fix. The trunk pan is not bad. These pieces here aren't bad. And neither is that one. The trunk pan, I think, will be fine. I'm going to just replace these long sections here. And I might keep the tunnel. So I'm gonna cut all this crap out. And then I'm going to just buy these long two pieces. They're $400 for these pieces right here without those. And I'm just going to cut around them and put the new pieces in. But what I am going to do is I'm going to have those sandblasted along with the trunk pan. And all the insides of the quarters and everything all blasted. And then up here, I'll probably have to reuse this when I cut the new one out. I don't think this comes on the new pan. Or I'll make a new one. But up front, I will have to get the pans for up front. I'll have to make by hand and make a new tunnel cover for the small block, because all this is different. Now, they do make a set for small block Chevys that you can buy that front pans that are metal with the tunnel. That go to the stock firewall. I might do that too. A little bit more expensive, but so with that being said, first things first, this body needs to come off the frame, and then we will get this body attached to my rolling cart and welded on there solid. I'm gonna make some mounts for the stock mounts of the vehicle itself, the body mounts, and I'm gonna put bolts through that to the metal, and then that metal will weld to my chassis table. and that's what I'm going to attach this thing with, so it doesn't move. Now, with that being said, so once I get to that point, then of course the chassis will be at Jason's. I'll let him deal with that. When I get the chassis back, I'll mock up my motor and the brakes and do all that stuff, brake lines and all the brake pedal and all that. I'm gonna do the frame mounted one, so I may have to wait on that until I pop this body back on to finish off the brakes. But if not, I'm gonna try to figure out where I can mount it, and maybe, I don't know, we'll see what happens when I get there. So maybe I can do all this before I stick the body back on the frame. But in the meantime, while it's gone, I just might strip this car down, you know, and fix all the little rust spots and everything on the body itself, epoxy it, primer it, get the body itself paint ready, because it's not that big of a car. Clean everything up. Shoot, I might even just spray the damn thing. But I'm gonna try to mock everything, of course. I'm not gonna go anything crazy on the car. So the nice thing about it is that it's literally just gonna go back together the same way it came apart. The only difference is everything on the chassis wise is going to be a little different. Now I am going to have to cut some of that trunk pan out anyways, because I'm going to C-notch this car. So yeah, when I do go to set the body back on, I'm going to have to do some cutting in the trunk and some metal work, which is fine. But while this body's off, we'll replace the front pans. There's a slight little corner piece in the back of this trunk that I got to fix in the bottom, and the trunk itself around the lip and the bottom of the doors has some little spots on them. Those lower quarters have some spots on them. This lower fender has a little spot. And the back pan itself, as I got in there to look at it, the bottom half of it's rotted out, but not the whole piece. So I may be able to just fix those parts by fabricating the pieces that to make them to go in, or if I have to replace the whole pan, I'll buy that whole back section, and then I'll just take the parts that I need from it. Other than that, guys, we're pretty close. If I do anything custom to this car, like body wise, the only thing that I would do is chop the windshield frame down, maybe. But I kind of think I'm gonna just leave it alone. I think I'm gonna leave it alone. And I think I'm going to leave the convertible top alone. The only thing I'm going to do with the top is the bubble in the center. I'm going to reroute that bow lower so it swoops and doesn't have that kick up in the center. Other than that, I don't think I'm going to mess with chopping the windshield or anything else. Only because the car itself is really rare. I mean, I know I'm already putting a small block in it, you know, and I already know I'm changing up the suspension and all that shit. But the body itself, you know, I'm thinking I don't want to start cutting it up. You know, floor pans, so be it. You know, chassis wise, you know, whatever. If someone ever wanted to make this Club Coupe all original again, all they got to do is put it on another 36 chassis with all the stock shit, a flat head, and there you go. You know what I mean? But for me, guys, I want this car the way it is. I'm torn between 3 different colors. I kind of really like that sky blue, a little lighter than this color here, metallic, kind of the color I'm going to paint the Monte Carlo. If it doesn't go blue, it's going to go black cherry, and if it goes black cherry, it's going to be a candy. And if I decide, and that's if I decide to go a little wild with it. If I decide to keep it base clear, I do like the color from the Chevy Traverse, which is called Stardust Metallic. And it's like, it almost looks root beer brown, but when you get close, it has a slight tint of purple in it. And it does look like that stardust from the skies. It's freaking badass, bro. And I've never seen anybody paint a car that color. It just came out on those cars, and I think that color on this car would look really pretty with a black top on it. So that's kind of where I'm at. I don't think I'm going to tear this car any further apart. I might take the rear fenders off of it when I take the chassis to get sandblasted. I might take the convertible rack, the inside paneling for the rear that are metal. I might take the fenders, the hood, and all that stuff, just because I'm already getting shit blasted. I might just have them blast it, and then I will just deal with the body itself. If not, later on, I may just take the body after the fact and have them blast the trunk, the deck lid, the doors, the quarters, the firewall, like just blast the rest of the car and then bring it home, and then I'll start tearing into it from there. It just depends what the cost is going to be, for one. You know, if not, I have that stripping tool, and you know me, I like to get nasty in there. So, you know, get freaky with the 36. We should call this car Freaky Tales. But anyways, guys, so that's where we are. This old flatty's going to go on an engine stand, and when I get around to cleaning it up and making it look cool, I may paint it and just put it on an engine stand and just leave it alone. I may make a little rolling table out of it or something. I'm not sure. That's where we are for now with video number 1 on the 36. I'm going to post this up just so we get a little bit of video footage, but stick around. Video number 2, I'm going to go ahead and weld in the bracing for the body itself, and then cut all the body bolts off. We're going to lift this body off and drag the chassis out, and then from there we'll get it over to the sandblaster. Well, we got to pull the engine out, take a bunch of shit off the chassis, and then I'll take it to the sandblaster. That'll be video number 2, and then we'll go from there. So make sure you like and subscribe, guys. Make sure you stick around, because 2026, like I said, is my year. Yes, I'm bringing in another vehicle that's not mine, but that's going to stay back here. My 32, my 40, and my 36 are going up front in my shop, and I'm going to work on all 3 of these cars through the entire year. And the customer car will get some time here and there, maybe once a week, but I'm not going to rush on that vehicle. And you know, I promised the dude that I'd continue working on his cars, but he does understand that I have my own stuff to work on, and I have been standing around on the sidelines for a long time, and it is very hard when you're a painter and you have the skills to do your entire car and you don't have shit to drive or show for. So yeah, I have some very, very expensive vehicles with a lot of money put in them, and I'm gonna be damned if I'm standing on the sidelines again this year. So, yep, this is my year, and that's the way it's gonna be. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. So, thank you, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure that you keep on following the channel. Hit the bell if you want notifications when I upload. I usually try to upload at least once a week. Whether it's the Monte Carlo, whether it's me building something. You know, so stick around, fellas. Stick around. I'll see you video number 2 of the 36. Peace.